All right, boys. So this is James Harden's last season. Bones Highland's averaging 19. That's crazy. Rui Hachimura. Kawhi might retire. Zubac's playing great. Anyways, they are terrible. They're 31 and 12. We're 13 and 31. You see, look, I would pick up James Harden. I would. But James Harden's at getting some money. That brother is getting 39 million. Oh, I can't even make that trade. Let me see. Just for a year of James Harden. Try to get him a championship, perhaps. Well, obviously, we would have to trade Blake wisely. We'll think about it. Because I don't know when the trade deadline ends. All right, let's play this. We're 31 and 12. They're 13 and 32. Let's go. No.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports.
I just hope he doesn't get hurt.
With us tonight for this Monday night presentation. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And a quick look at some of the numbers for James Harden.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And the starting group for the Spurs. Sohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembenyama playing the 5. Castle is out there with Trae Young. And it's Vassell in at the small forward. And for the Clippers, down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. Harden out there with Bones Highland. And it's Hachimura in at the 3 spot. You know, one thing we're seeing across the league, rookies, Brent, who have already impacted their team's winning.
Yeah, some guys really need some seasoning, but we're seeing a lot of guys come into this league, Kevin, ready to contribute at a very high level. And some of these performances have really blown me away. It's been impressive.
Leonard against Vassell. Highland deciding where to go with it. Leonard against Vassell. And that one is good from Zubac.
That's where you got to give Zubac the ball because he's good at capitalizing close to the bucket.
Here's Castle. It's hauled in by Zubac. Last outing for the Clippers. They won that game against the Rockets.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
It took just a little bit of time, but once they figured out the D on that night, man, their offense was rolling.
So it's the Spurs now.
Really?
Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. And it's
They didn't even bother
Wembanyama
setting a
with the
double
jam.
team.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Outside Leonard. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. And the three ball is good.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Vassell. His last outing, 16 points for him. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And now Vassell knocking down.
Look at Vassell, dude. Hitting his three ball. Shooting 43% from
Young against
the
Harden.
for the field. 36% from
Pass to
three.
Leonard from downtown. Again, Leonard missing.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
And what makes Young an all-star caliber player? Well, he can beat you with the jumper and the bounce.
Here's Harden. Following the basket by Trae Young. Out to the wing. Here's Hachimura. And it's off from three-point range. Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sake, good luck trying to stop him now.
Brent, when you talk about the Clippers franchise, and you appreciate this so much, their first superstar was really Bob McAdoo.
And what a tremendous talent. You know, most people remember Bob McAdoo with his years with the Lakers. But, man, when he was with the Buffalo Braves, 3 straight scoring titles, was the league MVP in 1975.
Oh, come on.
Sorry, Dad. Some people still consider him the club's best player ever.
Now, here is Harden. He had 19 points in the win against Houston. Now, here is Hachimura. Defended by Sohan. And the shot goes in.
His first make, and, you know, maybe that will get him going.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Wembanyama, a screen on Harden. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Oh, great decision there. Get it to Wembanyama and let Victor finish as the roller. And now look at Victor Wembanyama here. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. He's averaging 30 points, 13 rebounds, and just over 3
Vince
blocks.
Williams? They traded
And
away
you
Vince
talk
Williams? That
about
must have just
a
happened.
difference maker. He's a factor inside with his length and activity.
When you look at bigs, you talk to them about 2 key components: protect the rim and pound the glass. And intimidation, that helps too.
The three from Harden. A rebound by the Spurs. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, it was all
Trae Young
on
beats him to
deck.
the cup.
Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Yeah, saw the box score of that game the next day, and I thought, wow, that's a huge scoring night. Pretty impressive stuff there.
Here's Harden, and that one clearly.
Oh, that was a block. Okay.
Coming up. When you think about James Harden, he's had such an effect on the game. Brent, they changed the rules because of him.
Well, it's interesting, Kevin, because you can think about it a couple of ways. There was a system change for James Harden to try the system, and then, as James has said himself, he became the system. So leaning into all
Trae Young
the
for 3.
analytics
Got
of
it.
basketball, you have to have somebody who can represent.
Makes it a
all of the
5-point
things
game. 12-4
that system
Spurs
would
run right now.
require. And it came in the form of the beard for many years. And that kind of offensive output
Wow.
is something that is going to be, will be hard for us
Wembanyama
to
picks
see
up a
that again.
reaching foul right there. Not sure if I agree with it, but it is what it is.
Here's Zubac. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Houston.
And he also positioned himself perfectly to grab all those rebounds, guys. Can't forget about the fundamentals.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
Castle missing. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 2 over Young. Rebound San Antonio. Sohan's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Vassell outside. Young with no one around. Gets the
Trae Young hits a 3.
Young's got a couple of threes now in the first.
That's 8. That's like 8, 9 points. Well, that's 8 to 10 points for him.
Sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Tyronn Lue and I had a few minutes to share. Now, I talked with him about the challenges of guarding someone like Trae Young. Coach said, as soon as he crosses half...
Dude, I was right there in his face. I don't know what else I could have done.
Separation. Of course, this defense will have to be very aggressive if they hope to stop Trae. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, David. Here's Vassell. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Devin Vassell, back-to-back 3s.
Out of sync, not closing out on the 3s in time.
And
they're going to call timeout. 2014 remaining in the...
He's ready to talk things
2014
with the team. Victory eluded them last time in San Antonio when they took on the Spurs.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards, and that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
Well, let's see if the lesson was...
It's going to be 37-33 as we head into the game.
Here's Wesley, still without a basket.
It's because you can't hit the 3 ball.
Plays it up and banks it in. And the Spurs lead by 6.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. Bones Highland is out there with Harden. And it's Hachimura in at the 3. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
And Stephon Castle is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, ball don't lie, buddy.
We'll go to the free throw line. People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
They grabbed their own miss. Here's Waters. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
And that's a 3 for Waters.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is.
Yeah, Duncan Robinson, that brother had 7 points.
You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
And here's Harden for 3. Buries it from 3-point range.
I was right there, too.
Harden's got 13.
Man, he is in the zone right now on offense, guys, building off that efficient first quarter.
Wesley against Harden. Snatched up. Pass to Waters. Here's Bassett. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the layup.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Clippers trail by 9. Outside Leonard. Melton with the steal. Now here's Barnes. No good on the shot. 80 that time from Leonard. And Los Angeles guys shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Let's go.
Another update on the All-Star voting. Just a couple of days left now to
I'll try Young didn't get there.
Yeah, and it's coming down to the wire now, Kevin. A tense time for some of these players.
And you look at Young, he's among the top 10 in the voting in the Western Conference. The fans rewarding him for a tremendous season so far.
And I'm sure he's grateful for that. But, Kevin, I know what he really wants is a spot in that starting lineup.
And it seems like the anticipation just continues
Let's
to
go.
build each year around this time of the season. Gonna be a fantastic weekend. Harden outside. And stolen by Melton. Here's Wesley.
And one.
On the shot, so
Bones Highland picks up his second foul. Their second team foul.
Some players now having their shooting motion analyzed with optical recognition. More data for the shot doctors.
Well, Kevin, information is one thing, but disseminating that information and being able to communicate that to a player is really where the rubber meets the road. How are you going to help him grow with that kind of analysis?
Hachimura kicks to Nance. No good from outside.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
That's another foul on Bones Highland.
Can they make or break you down the stretch? Here's the league's top shooters right now. Third is Ivica Zubac.
And just so reliable offensively. It's one thing to find good looks, but you've got to finish when you get them, and he does at a fantastic rate.
Morris is checked in for Highland.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has...
They got 17 free throws compared to our 4.
Morris looking over the floor. Pass to Zubac. Back to Nance. Shot clock at 6. And the wide open shot from Morris. And again, it's the Clippers missing. San Antonio with the ball. They're on a 15-4 run. Here's Melton. The Clippers grab the miss.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Here's Zubac. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Great pass from Rui there. You can see he likes setting up his teammates.
Now Wesley. He's got 6 from deep. Offensive rebound. Pass to Melton. Over Harden. In the corner, it's Melton. Over Morris. Melton's shot is good. Melton's got 8 points.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the back end.
Here's
Oh, son of a bitch.
Marking 4 for 8, shooting 50% so far.
Ah.
Yeah, it's not a handful. It's a bundle of these kind of performances from James Harden. What a night.
Here's Waters.
Waters for 3.
3-point bomb. Waters got 6 in the quarter.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
And here's Harden for 3. It's rebounded by Waters. San Antonio leading by 16. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. The offensive rebound. Here's Melton. Ball's knocked loose.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Morris with the bucket.
And Morris with the 3. He may want to shoot more of those if he gets the chance.
Wesley with the ball. He has 6. Pass to Waters.
Waters for 3.
It's the Spurs from deep.
And he's now made 3 3-pointers here in the second, starting to get it going.
Melton against Harden. There's 14 seconds left in the second quarter. The Clippers need to get off a shot, and then slams it in.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Here's Waters, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. Their work from beyond the arc has been a highlight. A lot of threes finding the bottom of the bucket. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what did you see in the first half?
We had ball movement. You know, we weren't in mud. Guys were in attack mode. Nobody held the ball. You know, you pass, catch, or shoot. And we did that a lot in the first half.
Yeah, you had them swiveling, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And welcome to halftime. With the All-Star festivities around the corner, here are the favorites to take part in the dunk contest.
If these guys end up making the cut, this will be a dunk contest for the ages, man. They're not just athletes, they are showmen.
And as long as they show me creativity, and it reminds me like a box of donuts, I need something fresh.
Now we'll take a look back at that first half. What an all-around performance it was for the San Antonio Spurs.
Their bench came in ready to play. As a starter, that gives you confidence when you have to come off the floor.
Yeah, you know they know the second unit has their backs. Like I've got you guys.
Hard to find a better bodyguard than a 7-foot sheriff. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Clippers trail by 14. On the court right now for the Spurs. Sohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembenyama playing the 5. Young is out there with Castle. And it's Vassell in at the 3, the small forward.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Young for 3. It's
In and out, damn.
Leonard's got 8 rebounds in this game. Pass to Highland. Pulls up. Leonard, no luck.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down. For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Back to Harden. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Devin Vassell.
Well, this man at the line is a puzzle that defenses for years in this league have just not been able to solve. And that is really the story.
I threw it straight at him. I'm fucking up.
What an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Leonard. Good. Kawhi working near the hoop.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Pass to Castle. Lets the 3 fly.
When's the last time you see me make a 3 with Stephon Castle?
Zubats has proven that, Brett, there's still a place in the league for old school center.
Well, I think he plays, Kevin, with a combination of talent around him that allows him to situate himself right where he needs to be. Impactful around the basket, a huge rebounding presence, a guy that
fucking
brings some
up, dude.
physicality, and he's been in a perfect slot to show why it is he's such a valuable NBA player.
And it's going to be out
You're
of bounds.
joking me.
Spurs will take it.
All right,
Oh.
a chance to check out stats for Leonard. He's one of the standouts over the last month. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And so much of what they do on offense depends on how he plays.
Devin Vassell for 3. He drains it. He has 12 points.
Open up the backside for a lot of his teammates to take full advantage.
Harden the pass to Zubats, and Leonard has it in the corner. Harden outside. Over Young. Harden, no good.
And that's the battle They haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to
So-Chan.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Clippers trail by 11. Outside Leonard. Takes it from 10. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Young inside. Guarded by Harden. It's Young on the wing. 10 points for him. Inside and stolen by Leonard. Harden against Young. Harden scanning the floor. Here's Highland. His scoring totals are something to take note of.
Oh, hell no, dude. Come on.
Nice work by Highland to draw the contact inside. He's a fearless scorer.
First trip to the line for him here.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And both free throws good for Highland.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Wembanyama, a screen on Hart. Here's Young. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Here now, the 2K leaderboard, showing us the best passing teams in the NBA over the course of the last month. Number 1, the Spurs.
And what stands out during this recent stretch is just how well they've passed the basketball. I mean, this is a club that has become really unselfish.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And it's good, 2 points. Highland's got 6 points in the quarter.
Great job of patient in close to the rim. The slender guard Highland not afraid of the taller defenders down there.
Sohan with the screen. Back to Young. Fires the 3. Highland with the rebound.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
And it's Hachimura in the corner. And Stephon Castle.
Whoa, my.
Pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Hachimura against Vassell. Hachimura no good.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at
Let's
the
go.
rim there.
Trae Young has 12 points, 3 assists.
Pass to Highland. And it's Hachimura in the corner. Harden outside. Tries the spin move. Just 5 on the clock. Over Young. Harden's shot is good.
One of these monster nights from James Harden.
Here's Castle. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
They've been able to have some team success in this game despite what's been an awful shooting night for him.
It's Vassell on the wing. He's covered by Hachimura. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You know, a bit undersized, but Vassell using it to his advantage to get around defenders.
Larry Nance has checked in for Los Angeles. Vassell hits them both. Brent, we know that James Harden has won 3 consecutive scoring titles in his past. But now, he really has worked on his game and changed his game to a degree.
Well, that's true, Kevin. Also, the system around him has changed. I mean, what they leaned into in Houston for James Harden to become an offense unto himself was unique at the time. James is a little bit older. He's playing with a different set of players that bring their own skill sets, but he's much more of a passer. He led the league in the...
Let's go. We're gonna win. Kind of just want to dribble out this clock. I just want to see because
17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Zubac finds Harden.
and we're gonna win 120-94.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Trey, you guys had a look in your eyes tonight, so how satisfying was this win?
I mean, it feels great. It feels.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
Lost to the Timberwolves. Do I have your bird rights? And I give you 2 seconds that I'm not gonna fucking use anyways. Oh, I have a trade exception. Perfect. Oh shit! We got James Harden. That's kind of crazy because in real life you can trade injured players. Man, made a big trade. He ain't a 6-man no more, I'll tell you that much. Anyways, sorry about that. I was just looking. Anyways, peace.